pay them to steal your identity.
Yes. The ransom will double in 24 hours. There's the urgency. Okay, that's super common, right? They got to try to compel you to act. They claim, here's another new one, they'll claim that your payment will go to a fictitious charity. Right, so you feel a little better about paying. Going to go to the sick kids. And I know your deep dark secret. So fear, urgency, and trickery. That's that one.
But you did.
Yep, or do you want through that one? This is an example of a drive-by malware infection. Here I was on the Las Vegas Sun website, presented with these nice little sponsored links, right? We've all seen these. And for whatever reason, I just had to know who the best-selling musicians of all time were. Clicked on it, figuring it's a Las Vegas Sun website. It's got to be fine. I got an alert from my firewall saying, sorry, this has been blocked. If I let you go to this site, it would download a malicious file. So you can actually have code, right? So websites are made of HTML code. You can inject code in there that will infect your computer. So you've got to be careful about what sites you go to. Protecting company and financial data. I like to say that if my Facebook account is hacked, I'll be annoyed. If somebody hacks my bank account or my 401k, that's potentially disastrous. So handle sensitive data with special care. If somebody emails you and says, wire me money, pick up the phone. Be suspicious, but without the tinfoil hat. So look for telltale signs, just as you were saying, and use common sense. Be a little suspicious. Hover over to see where it's going to take you. And of course, you can always go directly to the site. So if you get an email from your bank and it concerns you, you don't have to click on the link. Go straight to the website. I gave this presentation recently to a client of ours, Ticks for Tonight, and shortly after, they shared this email from me. This is from MGM to all of their wholesale partners saying that there's a fake email going around trying to obtain their partners' banking information. Super reason. Oh, broke my slide. This is a common scam attempt. So here, one of our clients, Horizon Print, from the owner of the company to the accountant, I need to process a wire transfer, let me know if you're available. And 2 hours and 15 minutes later, here come the details. Has anybody ever seen one of these scam attempts? They're pretty common. Getting a little old. Most people know about those.
I keep getting the ETF ones, the wire transfer or ETF.
What does it say?
It just says they transferred via ETF $7,832, for instance. And then there's a link you can click on to verify the information.
So it's saying somebody's wiring money to you. Got it.
Of course, who's not excited about getting money, right?
Yes. Yep. And of course, when you're on the go. So if you're connecting to company resources on the go, make sure you're connecting securely. If I'm traveling for business and I'm in a nice business class hotel, like I was just at a nice hotel in Phoenix last week, if I'm connected to their Wi-Fi, I'm pretty comfortable with that. However, if I am downtown in the Arts District at Joe's Coffee Shop, I may not want to connect to that Wi-Fi. Instead, I might connect through my cell phone.
As long as you verify it's actually their Wi-Fi that you're connected to.
Sorry?
As long as you verify it's actually their Wi-Fi you're connected to. Because the way Wi-Fi works is it goes, a lot of times it'll go by name. And if you, let's just say you're connected to Marriott before, I could make a Wi-Fi with the same name, and your phone will connect to it because of the name, not because of the actual place. So.
Yep, so one of the tricks is, if I'm a cyber criminal, I can go to Joe's Coffee Shop, and the network name, so in this case, I don't know what the name is, but let's say it's...
McDonald's is a common with Starbucks and even,
McDonald's, Starbucks. I can take a laptop to McDonald's, broadcast a network name of McDonald's,
Well, you don't even have to be, if you've been to McDonald's and you are on their network, and then you go somewhere else, it can have, someone can be broadcasting McDonald's, and your phone will connect to it if
Yep.
your Wi-Fi's on, just because it's previously said that you can connect to McDonald's.
Yep.
It'll automatically connect to that Wi-Fi.
So it's
But-
best to set up your computer to where it doesn't connect to where
Yeah.
you're having to
Correct.
manually
Remember
go and
this,
choose.
yeah.
Correct, but the point is this, if I have my laptop and I'm broadcasting McDonald's,
Yeah.
and if you connect, I will let you go through to the internet, but I'll capture everything that
Yeah.
goes as it's going by.
But when you're talking about a cell phone, so you're saying
Phone-
when it asks
phone-
you, do you
phones.
wanna remember this? Just say, no, I don't wanna
Yeah.
remember, and then you
Yeah.
just have to put it in every single time?
Yeah.
To go to that location?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it depends if it's an encrypted network, that they can't snoop an encrypted network. Your phone would check for the passkey and stuff. But the non-encrypted ones, like Starbucks, McDonald's, any of those that they just have, they're just looking for the name, and that's it.
So where does our company provide a VPN figure into that?
So a VPN is a virtual private network. It encrypts all of the traffic between your computer and the whatever the other end is. So for instance, a firewall is capable of handling VPNs, either individually from a computer or from another firewall. So if you're connecting over VPN, all of that traffic is encrypted. That answer your question?
So the VPN that I
Yeah.
connect through is Nord, and I connect to a server
Uh-huh.
somewhere in the United States. That's a different VPN, right?
What's it called?
It's Nord, N-O-R-D.
Who do you get the NordVPN from?
It was when I went to CNET to find out which
Ah,
was the best
okay.
VPN
Perfect.
to use.
Yep.
Nord was one of the selected ones, so.
Great.
I
And-
paid for the service, but when I log in, turn on my computer, it automatically says, to connect through the VPN. But
Yep.
it's, basically, to me, all it's doing is it's creating, it's connecting to a server somewhere. I can do it in any country. I can select what country, or I can just select, the fastest one in the United States. So it's not on my router,
Right.
but it's connecting my
Sure.
router to a VPN, which, what's funny is oftentimes, when I play with it a little bit, and I'll do one down in like Central America, then all of the Google searches that pop up, they pop up in Spanish.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but the important points here, so I haven't heard of that VPN solution, the important points are that you did your research, you paid for it, right, you usually get what you pay for, and you've put some thought into it. So I would certainly rely on that. The other point on this is watch out for thumb drives. Another common way to attack and get in is bad guys will drop thumb drives at the entrance of a business. Right? People pick it up, plug it in, thinking, oh, you got a new thumb drive.
Well, they also have USB drives, the thumb drives that will fry your computer.
Nice.
They're not trying to get anything, they just fry your computer.
So I mentioned that we are licensed by the Gaming Control Board to work on board-regulated IT systems. In gaming organizations, they have what's called the MICS, Minimum Internal Control Standards. We have read the MICS and helped gaming clients conform to it. We also have clients that are subject to HIPAA and PCI and ITAR. So all of these regulatory boards and agencies, they provide you with a framework. Anytime our clients say PCI, HIPAA, MICS, whatever it is, they are all pretty much the same in our eyes. They say use sensible processes, put some level of thought and attention, right? I like to tell our clients that, look, if you're compromised, you need to be able to make a good, solid, defensible stance to your clients or to whatever regulatory body governs your industry. If you're breached and you say, I got a guy, I think his name's Bob, he comes around here now and then, I'm not sure what he does. If instead you say, well, let's see, we have a professional IT company that supports our business environment. By the way, they are licensed by the Gaming Control Board. They have implemented for us antivirus, anti-malware, DNS filtering. We have off-site backups. We do regular user education, training. Gosh, I guess if Home Depot and Target and the federal government gets reached as well, I guess I'm in good company. That's my recommendation to our clients, is to be able to make a good, solid, defensible stance if they are breached. Okay. We're coming on the home stretch, and this is a really fun part. Passwords. Who can tell me how passwords are most commonly stolen?
Fishing.
People watch you put them in the things at the market.
What's that?
They watch you use your password on at the market or in the store.
Okay.
Thing.
Most common stolen are just people using stupid passwords.
Using their kid's name, their dog's name.
So, here are the most common ways. Through exploits. Okay? Phishing and spoofing. Okay? And the one that most folks don't know about or understand is brute force. In cryptography, a brute force attack consists of an attacker trying many passwords or passphrases of eventually getting the right combination. And this is not a person sitting at a keyboard saying, Ellie, puppies. Ellie, baseball. No. They have software that does it for them. Okay? And this is super, super important. Given enough time and enough computing power, any password ever created can be cracked. Okay?
Is that where protocols come into effect? Like my bank, I've tried 3 different ways to sign in.
Yes. Yep. So that's a great question. So if you have too many failed attempts, it'll often lock you out. Okay? And what makes a password stronger, or in better terms, take longer to crack, is complexity.
Length.
Length? Not only length.
Well, only length is all that matters with passwords. To be honest, it does. That's all that matters is length. The longer your password, the better. It can be a sentence that's 20 characters long, it'll be way more secure than a 12-character complex, capital, lowercase numbers.
Well, you have to be able to remember it, and I'm going to show you a technique for
A
how
long
to do that.
sentence you can remember easy.
This is a new slide that I added. Everybody knows who John Podesta is, right?
Yeah.
This is awesome. It's an awesome story. So, he got an email, and it says, Google stopped this sign-in attempt. You should change your password immediately. And check out this nice little shortened link. Okay? So, what John Podesta did is he forwarded it to IT. IT responded, okay? Charles Delavan, C. Delavan at HillaryClinton.com. And Charles says, this is a legitimate email. John needs to change his password immediately to ensure that two-factor authentication is turned on his account. To Charles' credit, he did give the proper link, not that shortened one. Unfortunately, John Podesta or one of his aides got the reply, it's legitimate, and they clicked the shortened link. That's how he got hacked. So, which passwords are strong? Okay? The longer, the more complex it is, the stronger it is. Weak or strong? Yep. Weak or strong? Yep.
Medium.
Better, but still weak. Not complex enough.
That's a good one.
Yep.
Never remember it.
Correct. This you will remember. Oh, sorry. One more. Weak or strong?
That's
Terrible.
weak.
This is the technique that I have used for decades to create and remember a good, solid, complex password. I come up with a word or a phrase that I'm very unlikely to forget. Now keep in mind, on our network, our policy is we have to change our password every 45 days. So every 45 days I have to come up with something complex. In fact, I just had to do it yesterday.
Let's see if I can figure that out, okay. My
So,
Aiden.
my son Aiden was 3 years old in December. A good strong password. Okay? I've got more on this. Oh, back to the analogy of the bear. The 25 most commonly stolen passwords of 2018. And what's shocking is it's pretty much the same each year. You'll see, you'll see, QWERTY go up or down one. You'll see let me in go up or down or stay the same. It's amazing. So this is what you're competing against. I usually see one on here that doesn't look too terribly bad until I examine it further. QAZWSX. So one evening I was working late, listening to Pandora, when I was prompted to change my password. Guess what I was listening to? Yes. So, this is the password I created, and I did it in a way that made sense. I changed the O to a 0. I capitalized the C and the A, right? I tacked on a couple of numbers and a special character. Okay, a few other examples. For those who like Monty Python like me, we're the nice who say me. And if you come up with a good one, you can just simply change the number at the end each time.
I would disagree with that. But I work for an IT security company. We actually do red teaming penetration testing, where our job is to hack companies. And password formulas are a horrible idea, because we understand how password formulas work. If we see that with a 0, we will try with a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. So I would not recommend password formulas.
Password formula, you mean
Yep.
0, 1?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So let me argue the other way. If most folks have this kind of password,
I would say use a password